Good morning, everyone. Continuation of your exercise 10.4. Now, if you go to the end of the exercise, as we progresses with the exercise, will be more and more, the question will be a little bit more and more tougher. What we are doing right now, these are easy questions. I've already done question number 6 yesterday. Now, let's move on to question number 7. And I hope that you all are able to remember the sine, cos, tan. And I've told you all to remember for the value specifically for 30, 45, and 60. So I hope that you are all able to remember that. Now, and remember the concept for this angle of elevation and the depression. Elevation means you are always looking up. Depression means you are always looking down. And one more thing that I have told you all that we will always need to keep in mind is when you have the questions for angle of elevation and angle of depression, we are not going to use any other sine and cos. These two trigonometry ratios we are not going to use, but rather we are going to use the tan theta. All right. So let's see the question number 7. Remember that once you finish the drawing the diagram, it's half finished. The remaining calculation, it will be quite easy. So make it right. The drawing, make it right. So let's see, the question says angle of elevation of the top of a tower from a point A on the ground is 30 degrees. Okay, let's just focus on the first sentence here. The angle of elevation of the top of a tower from a point A on the ground is 30 degrees. It says angle of elevation, right? That means we are looking up where? Of the top of a tower. We are looking up to the top of a tower from a point A on the ground. There is a point A on the ground. From there, we are looking up to the top of a tower. Okay, then this is the ground. Just the drawing will be very simple. Look, this is the ground. There is a point A here, and there is a tower. There is the top of the tower. You just look up like this. The horizontal line from your point A, you are standing right here. The horizontal line is this one. This is your line of sight. That means this angle here will be angle of elevation. How much is the angle of elevation according to the first part of the question? The angle of elevation is 30 degrees. So this is 30 degrees. And this is the tower. Okay, continue. On moving a distance of 20 meters toward the foot of the tower to a point B. Okay, look, the person is moving a distance of 20 meters. The person was here, or you are here. At A, you are moving where? Which direction? This direction or this direction? Which one? Towards the foot of the tower. You are moving towards the tower to a point where? To a point B. So you are moving a little forward to the tower to a point B. How long is it? Distance of 20 meters towards the foot of the tower. So AB is how much? This is 20 meters. Then what happened? The angle of elevation increases to 60 degrees. Now the angle of elevation from this point is how much? It's 30 degrees, right? It used to be 30 degrees. But now when you move to the point B, now the angle of elevation will look like this. You have to look up to the top of the tower like this. And the angle of elevation is here. It used to be 30, now it has increased. This now increased to how much? It's increased to 60 degrees. So what's the new angle of elevation? It's 60 degrees. Now the question says, find the height of the tower. Where is the tower? This one, right? Height of the tower is how much? And distance of the tower from the point. And how far is the tower from the point A? The tower is here. How far is the point A? The question wants this distance. And how tall is the tower? This distance. Okay, let's name them. Let's name the tower PQ. All right. So angle of elevation in the first case is how much? 30 degree. When we have this triangle, the angle of elevation is 30 degree. When you take the smaller triangle, the angle of elevation is how much? 60 degree. Like I've told you, we are not going to use sine and cos when we have the questions for angle of elevation and angle of depression. Always use tan theta. The theta will be this 30 degree and 60 degree with respect to the triangle that you are taking. So yeah, let's start the solution. You have to mention what is what first. What is PQ is the tower in the figure. So PQ is the tower. What else is given? AB is how much? It's 20 meter. You can mention the angle of elevation. Share angle of elevation from A is 30 degree. Angle of elevation from B is 60 degree. But you can skip them, all right? Because it's already seen in the diagram itself. Okay, now time to find out the height of the tower and distance of the tower from the point. That means PQ and distance of the point A from the tower, this distance right here. Okay, there are two triangles right here, as you can see, this one and this one. In both cases, you calculate tan theta. Theta, if you take this triangle right here, tan theta will be 1060, right? So take the first triangle, the smaller one. In triangle BPQ, use tan theta. Tan instead of theta, we will have 60 degree. What's the formula for tan? For tan, it is opposite by hypotenuse, opposite by adjacent, right? Opposite is PQ, adjacent is BQ, isn't it? When you take this angle 60 degree, this is the opposite, this is the adjacent. Okay, we have done so many of these. I think you will be able to remember which one is opposite and which one is the adjacent. So opposite by adjacent, opposite is PQ, adjacent is BQ. Is the value of any of these BQ, PQ, BQ or 1060 known? No. PQ, we don't know how tall this is. BQ, we don't know how much is this. But we know the value of 1060 degree from your trigonometric table. So you just put the value of 1060. 1060 will be root 3 is equal to PQ by BQ. Okay, let's find out BQ. Bring the BQ here. Take the root 3 down below. So we will have BQ is equal to PQ by root 3. So make it equation number 1. You take on the next triangle. What's the next triangle? We have already taken this triangle right here, isn't it? So take the other triangle, the bigger one. When we take this bigger one, the angle theta will be changed into 30 degree and the distance BQ will be changed into AQ. So you take the triangle bigger one in triangle APQ. Same thing, you have to use 10, 30 degree. It will be how much? Opposite by adjacent. Opposite is PQ. Adjacent is, we are not going to take only up to this place because we are taking the whole triangle right here. We're going to take opposite is this one, adjacent is this whole thing, which is up to A up to Q. So the formula for 10 will be opposite by adjacent. Opposite is PQ, adjacent is AQ. Now PQ, we cannot break it down. PQ is a whole thing. But what about AQ right here? This AQ right here. This AQ can be broken down. AB plus BQ, right? AQ has two parts in it. So instead of writing AQ here, you can break it down. PQ divided by, break down the AQ into AB plus BQ. Now, whatever value that you know, you can put it. 1030, you know that this is 1 by root 3. PQ, we don't know, don't put it there. AB, this is 20 meter. AB is 20 meter according to the question. BQ, we have already calculated from equation 1. You can put PQ by root 3. So you put the values. This is 1 by root 3 right here. PQ, we don't know. We are not going to put it. AB is 20 and BQ is how much? PQ divided by root 3. So where does this come from? Instead of BQ, we are putting PQ by root 3. This comes from equation number 1. So say here by equation 1. Okay, you copy up to here. There's no more space. We will continue after erasing this whole portion. Okay, copy up to here first. Okay, let's continue further. Yeah, you can do a cross multiplication from here, right? Cross multiply this and this. PQ and root 3. So we will have here PQ root 3. What about the right hand side? You have to multiply 1 and this value down there. So we will get this value actually. So we will have 20 plus PQ by root 3. Now we have PQ right here and we have a term with PQ right here also. So we will bring the term together, PQ by root 3 and PQ root 3 on the same side. So we will have PQ root 3 minus PQ by root 3. How much is remaining? 20 is remaining on the right hand side, isn't it? Okay, now you can take PQ common factor. What is remaining? Root 3 minus 1 by root 3 is equal to 20. Now you can take the root 3 minus 1 by root 3 to the other side. So we will have PQ is equal to 20 by root 3 minus 1 by root 3. Okay, I'm erasing this side, all of it. Now, the answer that you are able to obtain, the answer that the textbook has given, it will be different. Why? Because we haven't actually expressed this. You can express this like this, root 3 minus 1 by root 3. You combine them, there is a 1 here. So multiply the new denominator first. We will have root 3 here. Cross multiply root 3 and root 3 will be how much? 3 minus 1 and 1 will be 1. How much is it? 2 by root 3. This part right here, you can replace it with 2 by root 3. So we will have 20 divided by 2 by root 3. You bring the root 3 upwards. So we will have 20 root 3 divided by 2. Cancel the 2 and 20. So we will have 10, which will be 10 root 3. Now finally, you have to copy this one also on the side. Now we have the value of PQ, right? The value of PQ is the height of the tower. The height of the tower, we are able to obtain it as 10 root 3. One more thing is remaining, right? AB is remaining. How much? No, sorry. AQ is remaining. How much is AQ? Now, if you remember, how much was BQ? I'm going to put this on the side. Better put it on the side. Sorry. Okay, copy up to here first. We will calculate this AQ later on. This will take some time because the questions are, they are not difficult, but takes a little bit of digesting, so it will take some time. Okay, copy this. We have AQ part remaining. You have to calculate the AQ part also. You have to copy this so that you will be able to understand this. How do you obtain 2 by root 3? Just copy this on the side, okay? Don't copy it on the main notebook part, main question part. You copy this on the side. So so that you will be able to understand how are we obtaining this 2 by root 3. Since we have got the value of PQ already as 10 by root 3, you can say here down below, therefore, the height of tower is how much? Height of tower is 10 root 3. Everything is given in meter here. Look, 20 meter. So we will write this as 10 root 3 meter. So we have got the height of the tower, but the question is still saying height of the tower and one more part, distance of the tower from the point A. Distance of the tower from the point A is this part, isn't it? AQ. So in order to have that, AQ is in which triangle? It is in this triangle, isn't it? So in this triangle, remember we always have to use tan theta for equations that has angle of elevation or depression in it. So we will write in triangle APQ. You find out the 1030 value again. It will be PQ by AQ. We have already done this. But this time we know the value of PQ. We know the value of tan theta. AQ, we can find it out easily. So what we can do is you have to put the value of tan 30 degree as 1 by root 3. PQ, we have already known it as 10 root 3 divided by how much is AQ? We don't know it. So when you calculate AQ will be, you cross multiply this, this and this, this and this. 1 in AQ, we have obtained AQ. Root 3 and 10 root 3, it will be how much? 10 root 3 into root 3. Remember, as I've told you before, root 2 into root 2 is root 2 square. The square and root can cancel out and we will obtain 2. So root 3 into root 3, same thing, we will obtain 3. Root 5 into root 5, we will have 5. So this root 3 and root 3 part, we will obtain how much? We will obtain 3. So we will have 10 into root 3 is 3. So we will finally have the value as 30 meter. So you can say here distance of the tower from the point A is how much? 30 meters. Mention here at the end. Let's just try to do 2-3 more questions. What we have been doing since yesterday, these are little bit difficult. This can be a 4 mark or a 5 mark question actually. Make it quick. This is supposed to be 30. Moving on to question number 8. This is a very important question actually. Look. Two men on opposite sides of a temple 75 meter high. You can start drawing from here actually. There is a temple which is 75 meter high. There is a ground here and here is a temple. How tall is this? This is 75 meter high. Okay, no need to write high or something. Let's erase this part also. So there is a temple which is 75 meter high. Two men, they are on opposite side of the temple. Here is the temple, one is on this side, one is on this side. Observe the angle of elevation of the top of temple to be 30 degree and 60 degree. One looks up to the top of temple, the other one also looks up to the top of the temple. Let me make this one a little longer. Okay, here is a person A, here is a person B. Both of them look up to the top of the temple like this. How much are the angle of elevation? The one a little farther away, this will have the smaller angle. So one finds the angle of elevation as 30 degree, the other finds the angle of elevation as 60 degree. So the person who is looking up from A, he finds the angle of elevation to be 30. Person who is looking up from B, he finds the angle of elevation to be 60 degree. So question 1 is to find the distance between the two men. One person is here, one person is here. The question wants us to find how much is this AB. Okay, let's say, like previously, let's say the temple is PQ. You have got two triangles right here. So you can easily find out how much is AQ, how much is BQ. If I add the AQ and BQ part, you are going to get AB, right? Because AB is AQ plus BQ. So you take the two triangles separately. Here it is BQ is how tall? 75. You can easily find out AQ. And remember, if you have the questions for angle of elevation or depression, we are going to use always tan theta. So let's start the solution. Where is the temple? Where are the two men? You have to mention it first. PQ is the temple. Two persons are at A and B. And you have to say here, and the two persons are at where and where? A and B. Don't need to mention the angle of elevations because it's already drawn in the figure itself. Don't forget to draw the arrows here because you're looking up. A is looking up at B, B is also looking up at B. Now you take these two triangles separately. First triangle APQ. In triangle APQ, remember we want to use tan theta. Instead of theta, we are going to have 30 degree. If this is 30 degree, this is the opposite. This is the adjacent. So opposite by adjacent, opposite will be PQ, adjacent will be AQ. So this will be PQ by AQ. With the values of what are known, 1030 we know this, we will have 1 by root 3 here. PQ we know this, it's 75. AQ we don't know, we have to find this out. Cross multiply. AQ and 1 will be AQ, 75 and root 3 will be 75 root 3. It will look like this. AQ here, 75 root 3 here. And now we have found out the value of AQ. Now it's time to find out the value of BQ by using the other triangle. Okay, if we know BQ and AQ both, sum them, we will have this whole distance right here. So you take the other triangle in triangle BPQ. So we will have tan 60 degree. This will be opposite by adjacent. Opposite is PQ, adjacent is BQ. All of you, I think, I assume that you all understand how I obtain this. Because tan 60, if this is the angle, then this is the opposite side, this is the adjacent. Tan is opposite by adjacent. So PQ divided by BQ. That's how we have obtained this. Tan 60, let me continue on the side. Tan 60 is root 3. PQ is as usual 75. BQ is how much? We don't know this. Cross multiply, we will have BQ root 3 is equal to 75. Instead of BQ, we will have 75 by root 3. We can do a small rationalization. Rationalization means we don't want the number with the square root. The one having square root right here, we don't want it in the denominator. So what we can do is you multiply with root 3 above, root 3 below. Numerator is 75 root 3. Root 3 and root 3 will be how much? As I've told you before, it will be 3. You can cancel 3 and 75. So we have got 25 root 3. Okay, look. AQ, we have got it. AQ, we have got it to be 75 root 3. You have to mention meter here. And BQ, we have obtained this to be 25 root 3. You have to add them. This is 75 root 3. This is 25 root 3. Both of them have root 3 in it, so you can add them. How much is the total AB? AB will be AQ plus BQ. So 75 root 3 plus 25 root 3. Root 3, you can take it common. 75 and 25, we will have 100. Okay, we will do. Okay, you can find it out here. Therefore, AB is equal to AQ plus BQ. 75 root 3 plus 25 root 3. This will be 100 root 3 meter. Okay, copy this, easy. You can say here after this distance between the two person is 100 root 3 meter. You all put down a sentence here after this. We have obtained 100 root 3, right? AB. What is AB? What does the AB represent? One person is right here, another person is right here. So this is the distance between the two persons, right? Like the question asks. So you have to say here the distance between, you have just put down a simple sentence. Right here, you just say, therefore, the distance between the two persons, the distance between the two persons is 100 root 3 meter. You can write this down also as the question asks. Okay. So to put this down by yourself, I don't think you need to copy this anymore. Just when I'm moving on to the next question, you just write this down. Okay, coming on to question number 10. So a lot of questions in there. It will take some time to finish your last exercise 10.4. So question number 10, it is saying from the top of a tower 50-meter high, the angles of depression of the top and bottom of a pole are observed to be 45-degree and 60-degree respectively. You have to be very clear from where a person is looking down or up and to where exactly. You have to be very clear about that. The person is looking from the top of a tower. If it says angle of depression, that means it is looking down. Looking down from the top of a tower, how tall? 50-meter high. Where is the person looking? The person is looking at top and bottom of a pole. A pole is a stick, okay? He is looking down at the top and bottom of a pole, and they are observed to be 45 and 60 respectively. It looks like this. There is a tower here. You have to always have the ground. From the top of the tower, here is your ground. Here is a tower. How tall is the tower? The tower is 50-meter high. A person is looking down, okay, looking down to what? To the top and bottom of a pole. So we have a stick here, short stick. So the person is looking down to the top and he's also looking down to the bottom. So when the person is right here, when the person is standing or sitting right here, his horizontal direction is this one. The horizontal line that you need to draw is this one. So you have to first have the horizontal line. And he is looking down to the top of a pole and to the bottom of a pole. How much are the angle of depressions? The angle of depressions are how much? 45 and 60. As you know, as I have taught you all, when you have the horizontal line like this and you are looking down right here, the angle between the horizontal line and the line of your side is the angle of depression. So here is the horizontal line. When you look down at the top of the stick, top of the pole, the angle of depression here is how much? 45 degree. So you draw it here. This is 45 degree. And when you are looking down, when the person is looking down on the bottom of the pole or bottom of the stick, this angle of depression right here is how much? 60 degree. So you draw this down. This is how much? 60 degree. Yeah, you cannot actually see a triangle right here, isn't it? So we will draw a triangle up here on the top of the pole. We are going to draw a triangle. So we have got two triangles. One triangle is this one, and another triangle is this one, this big one. All right. So as you can see, this 45 degree, you make a Z shape. The corners, these are the alternate interior angle. When we have this as 45, this one will also be 45. So make this 45 degree. This one you have to make it as 45 degree. And when you have this as 60 degree, then you make a Z shape again, reverse Z shape. And if this is 60, the other corner will also be 60 degree because they are interior opposite angles. So this one will also be 60 degree. Okay, now let's start naming them. We will start naming, look, let's say the tower is AB and the stick is CD. Now we have drawn an extra line here. This is an extra line. It doesn't represent anything, but just an imaginary line. So you have to have a point here also. You have to make it as E. Let's make it as E. And the angle of depression, this is 45 degree. And this is how much? 60 degree. Question 1 is to find out what? Find the height of the pole. If the pole and tower stands on the same horizontal plane, they stand on the same horizontal plane. This is the tower, this is the pole or the stick. They are on the same horizontal plane. Question wants to find out what? Height of the pole. Height of the pole is which one? This part right here. This is the height of the pole, right? This is the height of the tower and this is the height of the pole. And if CD is the height of the pole, there is a portion here also, EB, which is equal to CD. So EB and CD, they are equal. You have to keep that in mind. CD and EB, they are equal. You have to find out CD. But if you are able to find out BE or EB, they will have the same value. Now let's start. And as usual, since it mentions angle of depression, we are not going to use any other trigonometric ratio. We're only going to use tan theta. So you start taking the triangle. First triangle here, small triangle. Then the bigger triangle. Actually, let's start from the bigger triangle. All right. Let's start from the bigger triangle. Our strategy will be like this. From this big triangle, this 50 meter is known, but we don't know this BD. BD, we can find it out because one of the angle is given, one of the side is given. So you will use tan theta and you can find out with respect to this 60 degree, this is the adjacent, isn't it? This is the opposite. So when you take this big triangle, this BD is the adjacent. So opposite is given, you can find out adjacent very easily. After that, the BD value, once it is known, the BD value will be same with the value of CE right here. BD will be same as CE. Now, when you take this triangle, CE will be known because it will be equal to BD right here. And then we can find out what is the value of AE. AE is not 50. 50 is this whole thing. This is 50. You can find out AE. Let's say I can find out, let's say I obtain AE as 20. This whole thing was how much? It is 50. That means how much is the difference, this portion right here? It will be 50 minus 20, isn't it? 30 meter. So like that way, we are going to find out how much is BD and it will be equal to CE. And when you take this triangle, you will be able to find out how much is AE. We will subtract AB and AE. We will be able to find out this portion right here, which will be equal to the CD. Get it? So let's start. Solution. Solution, what is what? You have to mention first. AB is the tower. You have to mention how tall is AB. AB is equal to 50 meter is the tower. Where is the pole? Where is the stick part? Stick part is this CD right here. So CD is equal to pole. Now, angle of depression, you don't need to mention because it is already drawn in the figure right here. So let's start with the bigger triangle. Bigger triangle is which one? What's the name? This one. A, B, D. So say here in triangle ABD, you have to use 10 theta, and instead of theta, we have got 60° right here. So we will have 1060° is equal to how much? Opposite by adjacent. So 60° opposite is how much? This part right here, whole thing AB. Adjacent is how much? This part right here, BD. Now time to put in the value. 1060 is root 3. AB is 50. BD we don't know. Calculate BD. BD is equal to 50 divided by root 3 meter. Okay, now BD is how much? 50 by root 3. So this part will also be 50 by root 3, isn't it? Because they are the same, BD and AC, because they are the opposite sides of a rectangle. This part forms a rectangle. So BD will be equal to AC. So you say here, therefore, BD is equal to EC is equal to 50 by root 3 meter. Now time to take on the small triangle right here. This small triangle, what is it called? It is AEC. So say here in triangle AEC, time to find out 10. What angle is there? There is 45°, isn't it? So you have to say 45°, which is equal to opposite is the opposite of 45°. How much is it? AE. Adjacent is how much? EC. 1045 will be AE by EC. 1045 is 1. AE is how much? We don't know. EC is how much? Here look, EC it's 50 by root 3. So you say here 50 by root 3. Cross multiply, we are going to get AE is equal to 50 by root 3 meter. Okay, look, what is happening? We have taken this triangle and found out BD to be 50 by root 3. This is also 50 by root 3. So we took on this triangle and find out 1045. So we found out that this is equal to this part right here. So A is how much? This whole thing is 50. This portion, AE portion is 50 by root 3. How much is ED then? EB then? EB, you have to subtract AB and AE. You have to subtract these two so that you will be able to get this portion. Okay, so calculate calculate EB. EB is equal to AB minus AE. AB is this part, AE is this part. So AB, you put the value of AB is 50, and the AE, we just found out that this is 50 by root 3. So put in the value then. 50 minus 50 by root 3. You can take 50 common factor. 1 minus 1 by root 3. You can stop here or you can do a little bit of rationalization. Let's not do that. So EB is how much? This is 50 whole 1 minus 1 by root 3. EB is again equal to CD. So EB and CD are equal. That means instead of writing EB, I can replace it by CD. Correct. So you after you copy this, you continue right here. EB is equal to CD. Therefore, instead of writing EB, we are going to write CD. EB is how much? This portion. That means CD will also be equal to this portion. So you can write here 50 whole bracket 1 minus 1 by root 3 meter. And so you mention here, what is CD actually? CD is the pole, right? So say here, therefore, height of the pole 50 whole bracket 1 minus 1 by root 3. Okay, copy this. Okay, the key for you is to practice. All right. We don't practice, then after we finish this chapter, there will be nothing left in your brain. So practice, practice, and practice. Okay, if you got the figure wrong, then you won't be able to obtain any of this. Okay, so making the figure right is the key. You have to always make the figure right. If you understand how to draw the figure, then half part is done. We have some 10 more questions coming up. Okay, so actually this question number 10 is very important from your exam point of view. Not much important is 8, this question number 7, and the 6 we have done. Actually, the board doesn't ask the exact question, but they will change the numbers or the wordings a little bit, but the figure will be same. The mode of calculation, the way of calculation, it will be the same.